some grades for these guys, these two guys? I want to hear what you got.
Let's.
Yeah, give them grade. You want grades?
Yeah, I want grades.
Oh, Giannis gets a D-.
Ooh,
the only reason he did not get an F is because he had 23 rebounds. But I don't know how I juxtapose this, Skip. If he gives them anything, I'm talking about anything from a point standpoint, they're up 3-0. So let me get this straight. He goes 5 of 16 from the field. He's 0 of 3 from the three-point line. He's 2 of 7 from the free throw line. He has 8 turnovers. And he's supposed to get what? And he fouled out. When his teammates needed him the most, they could count on him the least.
But you said it was a bogus call.
Whoa.
Well, you did say it was a bogus call.
Unfortunately, I didn't have on a pinstripe, and I did not have a whistle in my mouth.
You do have on pinstripes.
I do today. I do today. But yesterday, I had on shorts on my couch watching this game. Now, that old other guy. Woo! Skip, did you see him yesterday? How he just reached out and picked the ball up?
You know what? I missed the game. I didn't see it.
What
What happened, Jenny? Help me out.
I can't understand how he just reached out in a ball game. I'm not talking about a whistle blown. He just reached out and just grabbed the ball with just one hand, palm it, and pick it up, and just start going with it.
Well, that's an A+ right there, right?
He got an A.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him
an A.
I'm gonna give him.
So we got an A to a D-?
Yes, because one guy not only did he show up, Jenny, he showed up and showed out. You get extra points for that.
Well, he's shown up. That's what you call him, right?
He's the master. Yeah, he started getting that glow.
Really?
Yeah, he tell him to kiss the
like
New Balance.
Kung Fu man.
Yeah,
right?
Kiss the New Balance. Skip 36 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. But what got me, what gave him that A for me, is the man played 52 minutes, and he spent a lot of times on what we think, what we believe. You believe Giannis is going to win the MVP. Well, he guarded Giannis. And when he was on Giannis, Giannis was 1 for 9 from the field. 1. So with that, playing 52 minutes, giving it to you on both ends of the court, offense and defense, and when you needed him the most, you know what I'm saying, Skip Bayless, the fourth quarter, rose and shine. Second overtime, gave him the business.
Really?
So Kawhi gets an A. And guess what, Skip? He didn't even have to pay to get this grade here.
Really?
Because you know right now, that's the new thing. They pay to get good grades or to get into college. He ain't even pay for them.
He might have paid you.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, with a little DM maybe, a little thank you very much.
If you get it, you can't give a man nothing but an A.
Really?
That's the only grade that's acceptable in this situation. For him.
On the Shannon Sharpe curve it is.
I don't grade on the curve.
Yeah.
You get what you get. You get what you earn.
Well, you threw me a curve ball because I can't see an A. I saw too much wrong to go A. So I'm going to go number 2 gets a B, and Giannis gets a B-.
B-?
And the only reason I'm giving him a B- is he airballed a free throw, and that disqualifies.
Yeah, what about the 12 points?
Okay, well, again, let's look at the rest of this box. I'll give you the 12 points, but I see 23 rebounds. Does anybody even get close to that? The next closest, Gasol, had 12.
Well, Skip, he did miss 11 shots.
He had 11 more rebounds than the leading rebounder on the other team.
Well, he did miss 11 shots.
That's really good.
Let's just say he got 5 of his own.
Who led the visiting Milwaukee Bucks in assists last night? I don't know. Giannis, and I keep telling you, he makes his teammates better. And number 2, not so much. Because during the regular season, he averaged 6 assists a game, and number 2 averaged 3 assists. So on a nightly basis, that's a lot of average going on where he's going to move the basketball a lot better. Then who led the visiting team with 4 blocks and probably would have had 1 or 2 more if he hadn't been disqualified shortly into the second overtime? But that's still pretty good, wouldn't you say? But 4 blocks.
But if you look at what Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton has a hard job because they still need him to give you production. But he has to guard Kawhi.
Brogdon was guarding him a lot also.
Brogdon was guarding him.
I should put quotes around guarding him because Brogdon just couldn't hang with him. But, of course, we know that number 2 had 2 bad thighs or something wrong with his lower legs, and he was just exploding right around Malcolm Brogdon.
But help me understand. Malcolm Brogdon was trying to spend it and exerting energy, trying to guard Kawhi. He had 20 points. Giannis had 12. George Hill had 24 points. He might have had 24 points in all the final games and 4 final games last year. Where was this George Hill last year, Skip? But that's not. He had 24 points. They got 16 from Brook Lopez. And you're going to give Giannis, who's going to be the MVP, a B?
He's the driving force of that whole team. He was the reason they were in position going into the second overtime to steal a game on the road.
They like the one.
If he hadn't fouled out, they were going to win the game because they have a guy who can protect the rim and patrol the lane like no other. Yeah. This guy is a monster. You want to talk about a 7-foot monster. He plays like 7'6".
Milwaukee almost won a game despite of their best player. Let that sink in for just a second.
23 team leading 7 assists, 4 blocks.
12.
You're saying in spite of?
Let me ask you a question. Name the team that can take the second seeded team in their conference, other than the Warriors. Name the team that if their best player scores 12 points, they can get the double overtime.
Well, he does so many things. He does a lot of other things.
LeBron James,
nobody can do that.
He doesn't do any more than LeBron. And can LeBron score 12 points in a playoff game and get to that?
Every time he touches the ball, he doesn't have 2 guys on him. He has 3 guys on him.
How many guys?
He gives the ball up.
And that's what great players do. So I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly.
Yeah.
So he's the only great player. He's the first great player in NBA history that when he touches the ball, all the eyes and all the bodies goes toward him. So how did Jordan, how did Kobe, how did Shaq, LeBron, Bird, how did all those guys do it?
Well, it's because neither of these 2 guys were giving grades to or even in the same sentence with any of those
No.
guys.
You talk about your guy. I don't need you to talk about Kawhi. I'll talk about Kawhi.
Okay.
Kawhi gets an 8.
You can have him.
Kawhi gets an 8. Because anybody that can do what he
let's
does.
Look deeper into the guy,
Okay,
the most overprotected superstar in the sport. This side of the guy who's on his couch.
He's not, though.
He gets an A despite these things going on. Let's look at the end of regulation. Last minute and 12 of regulation, the Bucks go on a 5-0 run in his building. This is do or die. This is, if you go down 0-3, you are cooked in your own building. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. And guess what your guy number 2 did? He did nothing over the last 112. He didn't take a shot. He didn't have a rebound. He didn't have an assist. He did 0. And he couldn't run to the ball and get the ball when they had 2.2 seconds left in their own end, inbounding, because he should have been able to take the last shot. But, of course, he's got something wrong with something. I don't know what it is. He has no lift and no explosion. So then let's go to the first overtime, shall we? And over the last 128, he's got a wide open 3 with 19.9 left to win the game, and he just missed it. I don't know.
Hold on, Skip.
And then he's got a buzzer beater.
Skip.
He's got a buzzer beater
do that,
at the
Skip.
end of the first overtime.
Because we saw a situation in which KD had a wide open 3 and Steph Curry had a wide open 3, and they both missed it.
Wait,
so missing wide open 3.
You asked me about Steph.
No, I'm just saying. But you make it see what you're trying to do.
We're grading number 2, who at certain points in this game played like number 2.
But you were trying to make it seem like he's a marksman 3-point shooter, and that's not
Well, everybody
the case.
tells me he's so clutch after he shot a shot from the corner that rainbow arced and bounced 4 times on the rim and accidentally fell in thanks to the basketball gods or the hand of the
I just
basketball
want you to
gods.
know what you want me to do with 36, 9, and 5.
I'm not finished yet. So he missed the 2 shots that could have won the game at the end of the first overtime. And then the heavens opened because Giannis got called for what you call a bogus 6th foul just 24 seconds into overtime number 2.
Okay,
and that's the end.
Okay,
that's it.
Okay, what
he
about
took over. I give him. He took over with no rim protector, no lane patrol.
So what about those
give you that.
So what about those other 5?
And by the way, I didn't even mention this, but in the second overtime after Giannis went out, would you believe that number 2 had 2 big turnovers where he just lost the handle and lost the ball?
And got him back. And got him back.
4-13 and 2-11. He turned it over twice, but you're giving him an A because you're giving him a pass.
Pass for what?
Pass.
Because I grade him. I grade him like you grade Tom Brady.
This game should have been over a long time before
What
this.
I do is that I grade the players like you grade Tom Brady, like you did Tim Tebow. Because when Tom Brady threw that interception, all you told me he did was throw the clutch pass in the fourth quarter, so he got an 8. That's what you tell me.
It's hard to compare football to basketball because in basketball, one player can dominate the game. And once that one player is disqualified on fouls, then it's all over. He should have done what he did.
He had 12 points. How was he dominating the game? He had 6 at the half.
All I know is Milwaukee was in position to win this game until he went out.
That's what lets you know how good Milwaukee supporting cast is. They took a team to double overtime despite their best player having 12 points in 45 minutes. You should be ashamed of yourself for giving him a B. You really should, Skip.
Siakam had a game-saving block with just 32 seconds left.
He should have. Did you see what he did in game 2?
He had, I don't know how he did this. He had 25 points on 8 of 19 last night. Your guy was 11 of 25, and he continues to shoot in the mid-40s. So he's he's jacking up a lot of shots and missing a whole lot of shots.
Well,